Well, that didn't last long, but it was delicious. Good morning. I'm all packed up. It's freezing. It's 7 o'clock. I have about a mile and a half to get to the visitor center, and then I'm going to head northwest and eventually join back up to the AZT where a closure point is, and then head north. Trying to go, I think 18 miles. I have no idea what the mileage is here because I have no idea the whole alternate thing. But we're going to try to go 18, so we do 10 tomorrow to get to Oracle. I actually did, there was enough cell signal here because we could see Tucson. I booked an Airbnb. A place opened up that was $89 a night for a whole apartment. Unfortunately, it's 2 bedrooms. It'd be nicer if I could find someone to share, but I don't think I'm going to find anybody here. But before yesterday, it was $129 a night for a private room. So $89 for a whole apartment is much better. So, and it's only half a mile away from the steakhouse. Let me show you my campsite. Well, it's a little brighter now. There it is. I kicked off some of the branches and stuff, so that's why it looks like dirt. It was okay. It was mostly level. More level than yesterday, but off in the distance is a city. And my hands are freezing. I gotta get going. That is no joke. There's a lot of burnt things. Rock debris in the trail is hard to get through sometimes. All right, we've made it into this area. You know what it's called, some kind of campground area. Now we gotta follow this road. So I was guessing there was a map up here. This is how the person on Godhooks knew it was 6.8 from the Palisades Trail. You could see 3.9 to Mud Spring, 2.3, and then 0.6 to the visitor center. We are here. So we actually have to get to the visitor center, cross, and we're actually following this road all the way over and then crossing somewhere. Yeah, I think my Gaia has a little better tracking up there. So, all right, so I'm gonna take a picture of some of this in case I need to reference, and I'll take off. Yeah, Garmin's very helpful, but you do have to pay for it. But if you want something else, try Garmin EarthMate. It's free. You can just install it, at least on Android. I know it's free. And you can just download maps state by state for use offline anytime. And I found it's not as accurate as the Gaia maps, but it's accurate enough to show the trails, like the Palisades trails on there. So if you want to keep track of where you're going, you could use that. And it's free. Again, it's Garmin EarthMate. You don't need an inReach to use it, but if you have an inReach, it actually uses it to communicate, and you can send text with it. But the map portion is completely free, and you don't need anything else. Across the street and slightly to the right, we got Bigelow Trailhead. This is what we'll be taking, I believe, until we cross the street again, almost. Now this has to do with the closure to old information. Is that still effective? I don't think it's effective because they told us we can go. Basically going to the lookout tower and then heading, well, up on this map west along the road. Hey, remember the video of me walking towards Patagonia? I had my face covered like this. That was a different reason. Today, it's because it's cold. I'm about 8,200 feet. When the wind hits you, it's cold. So I've had to do this just to stop breathing cold air constantly. I was coughing quite a bit. It's not corona. I tend to cough in the mornings just from coughing cold air and dust all night, and having something over your face helps block the dust as well as warm up the air you breathe. So I'll do this. The sun's out though, and it's starting to get warm. It's so quick how suddenly it gets warm when the sun comes out. Are you hearing any interference? Usually by these antennas, they get a lot of burp, 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 burp sounds. All right, let's go down this forest road. Look at this weird road. I guess track vehicles have been going over it, but it's frozen. It's really awkward to walk on because it's bumpy, but it's still slippery a little. Can you imagine those folks at the Arizona Trail Association? They're probably sitting around at a meeting and they're like, hey, we need to get a workaround for this fire closure by the gulch. We need to do it before the first group of hikers get through. Hey, you know what? They could take this Palisades trail and it comes up through this campground area and there's a road. And the road goes right to Sunset Trail. And the road is very wide and the shoulder is really wide. Looks pretty safe and it looks mostly down. I think it'd be a good idea for them. What? Make it easy for her? No. I got a better idea. There's a Bigelow mountain right here. Let's make him go up 400 feet and then go down a zigzag network of forest roads and other trails until they get to that road. I think that'd be good. Because, you know, they probably haven't climbed enough in the last 6 hours, so might as well make them climb another 400 or 500 feet, right? This is the first turn off to the trail, which zigzags left and gets on a road and gets on a trail, but it looks like it goes down and then up and down quite a bit, whereas the logging road continues in a loop and connects back again, and it looks fairly level. So I'm just taking that one. Wow, I'm coming up on Sunset Trail here. I thought it was just gonna be like a hiking trail, but I think it's a road. But check out the road straight ahead. Oh, it's icy. Have do not enter signs. Oh man, I wonder if people with snow skis come out here. Not snow skis, snow machines come out here. It's craziness. All right, I think we're going down this thing. It's a full-on road. It's covered in ice. I was way off. That's just all roads. There's a trail. It's not marked, but it just kind of goes down. I see some footsteps, but that's a Sunset Trail. I think we'll be walking on snow the whole time. It's really dark and cold. There's a forest road up there, and I opted to stay on the trail. And the trail just has a whole lot of footprints in it. And it's constantly icy, slippery. I can't step in the footprints that are already there because my feet are too wide, and it actually hurts the sides of my feet because it just compresses the sides in. So I'm thinking about making a scramble up this snow embankment to get on the road, because they both go to the same spot and they're going to be running parallel the whole time. It's a lot slower here on this trail than I think it would be on this road. There's a trail down below, non-stop snow, but check this out. There's actually no snow right now, no ice or snow. I admit, when there's patches of snow like right here, it's very icy. There's still quite a lot of dirt areas you can just walk on. It's so much easier than down there. I wish I just took this dirt road in the first place. When I saw that it went parallel, people coming up, I don't know what the conditions are gonna be like, but this road's a lot easier. I didn't see this happening. There's actually a tunnel going under here. I thought it's such a small little trail, little road. I see a parking area straight ahead of me, so I think there's gonna be a trail that goes down into the trail again and connect. So I'll do that right now. According to Gaia, that trail actually starts right where the road connects, and the trail should be ahead of me, not to the left. But looking at it, I think I'm just gonna road walk until Soldier Camp instead of taking this trail. Because if the conditions are like it's been, it's just horrible and it's slow going. And this road isn't too bad at all. It's wide enough. There's a huge shoulder. I don't see the trail going down to where it connects again. And this just connects right into that Soldier Camp, right where the trail's gonna go. So, I mean, I don't see any way to go down there. No signs. Such a confusing detour, but I'm just gonna take this road because, again, it's right along it and it's clear. A huge map here at this trailhead. I just need a tiny little portion right here. Oh, right here. So I need to get to Sunset again. Somehow maybe take a road, and then the sunset hits Marshall Gulch. And we're back on the AZT. We head north, and I'm gonna camp out right there, Oracle Ridge area, I think. I heard it's really sketchy out there though right now with the snow. We'll see. Finally made it to the Marshall Gulch Trailhead. Official Arizona trail now. And we just walk north on this road and we walk right into Summerhaven, and we hook right, and then we just head north for a while, and that's where I guess some sketchy spots are. Hopefully they're not too bad, but we're gonna push past them today. I guess the lady back there has been feeding Stellar blue jays peanuts, and they go crazy over it. But here between them and us right now, there are a bunch of hotels coming up, brand new, and there's tons of lodges everywhere, both sides. Some are gigantic. It's pretty crazy. And it's funny is the parking is usually at this level, and they have to take whatever supplies they have up the stairs to get to wherever. For us though, we are coming up from the visitor center and the restaurant on the right. I am actually an hour and a half ahead of schedule, so I'm contemplating stopping by for something to eat. But I don't know if a $16 burger is worth it to me. I think it is. I don't know. I do need to stop to get water though, because I have another 9 miles. Half the day is really over for me. Here we are at the visitor center restrooms. And the comments were funny how they're saying some people warmed up inside because it's heated inside. Oops.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Right. Oh, look. Pretty nice, huh? And drinking fountains. Hand sanitizer, too. Yeah, you could totally sleep here. I'm leaving Summerhaven now, but the wind tricks you, because the wind blows the cooking smells from the Sawmill restaurant right at you. It smells so good. I'm just so tempted to just turn around and go back. But I got about 10-11 miles to go. If I get there early, I can relax, so I'll do that. Road walk, it's not all bad though. In Oracle, I'm gonna definitely have a steak dinner. Definitely. And I'll have an Airbnb with the kitchen. I might just get like a huge thing of spaghetti and spaghetti sauce and some kind of meat, and make huge batches of spaghetti. I can't wait. I've been thinking about that for a while now. Somebody driving by actually recognized me, and he stopped and he offered me a bag of beef jerky, so I accepted because I passed up the restaurant. But we spoke for a while. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna send in my track information so you could see where I've been going. But ahead is where we're going. You see the trail on the side of that hill? It's gonna wrap around and keep heading north. I believe there's some snow splotches about maybe 6 miles up. It's supposed to be kind of sketchy, but I don't know what towns those are, but we are heading north now, down and off these mountains, somewhere warmer, hopefully. There's no gate or anything. I guess we just walk over the metal gate. Good thing I'm not any shorter. Oh god. Alright. I guess there's a helipad for the fire service here, and where's the trail? I was on the left, but it's actually this road on the right we have to go. So, wrong turn again. Thank you so much for this beef jerky. I'm gonna start eating it right now. I just ripped the top open. Sweet and spicy, oh yeah. We're about to head up over Oracle Ridge there, and then all the way up. Problem today is it's extremely windy, and ridge walking is no fun when you're when it's windy because you're totally exposed. A lot of it's coming from the north, but northwest, it's going to be right in my face the whole time. Of course, I'm dressed like this. I will keep this on. I won't vlog much just because I don't want to pull out my camera. My hands are so cold as soon as the wind hits. But we're going to go up and we're going to start going down. Here we go. It is amazingly cold and windy. Fortunately, we just went over a little saddle. I'm on the east side of the hill. But we're going to go back on the west. So I'm going to actually stop, pull out my rain jacket because I am freezing with just a shirt on. And it'll help hold everything in, stay warmer. It is crazy windy. Check out this agave on the side of the trail. It's in a burnt area. And notice how the outside's kind of succumbed to the heat, but the inside looks still good. Must be one of the survival tactics with fire. Has all these layers of fluid-filled leaves help absorb some of the heat, and the inside's good. And you'll notice around, not too many other plants fared well during the fires. It's pretty crazy. But we are on a ridge and walking down. Well, we're walking along it. We haven't walked down too much yet. It's so windy. You hear it howling? Oh my gosh. So windy. Not the best weather for a ridge walk. So windy. And look at the trees right here. It's so windy. I'm at mile 188.6 on gut hooks. People were saying that there's a big patch of sketchy snow here, and at least this portion, it looks like a lot of it's melted and you can walk along the side. But it is getting sun, but we'll see what happens when we get around that corner. That's where we're going to see how bad the snow is and see how long it goes. It actually wasn't too bad. Most of it you could step just on the edge of the trail, and sometimes you just had to step up, and there were some good footprints that were at an angle so you couldn't slip. Overall, not too bad. I think that we've had worse coming down from Michael Mountain. Well, that didn't last long, but it was delicious. Off Oracle Ridge, we're on a dirt road, and it's actually pretty decent. I'm making good time. I have 4.3 miles to go, and it's 3:30, so I would say that's going to be 2 hours. So I might get to camp by 5:30 if everything goes smoothly for the rest of the 4.5 miles. Yeah, that's not smoothly. It's not much though. It won't slow me down too much, but still, it slows me down a little. Maybe I should put the phone away if I want to speed up, huh? So I've been using a codec called H265 or HEVC on the phone. It's basically a newer codec than the H264 that everything else uses, and it takes about a quarter of the space. But I guess someone mentioned it. They're seeing weird, blurred bars on the bottom. And I just noticed that myself. The original files don't have it, but the edited files do. So I think the app I'm using to edit is causing it. And I'm kind of doing this right now because it seemed like the bars happen when there's texture moving, especially on the bottom of the screen. So I'm gonna check it out. I switched to 264 though, so we shouldn't get any more of the bands. But again, it's 4 times the size. So I'm gonna have to spend at least every week when I take a Nero, I gotta try to copy the data around. Otherwise, once you get behind, it takes forever. Like I'm already behind. Oh my gosh, look at these views. We're still so high up. We're still, I think, probably over 6,500 feet. We gotta get at least 1,000 lower. I have 3.7 miles to go. Starting to feel tired. Usually when I get tired, I think of Tina or something. Gets me going. I forget about any kind of foot pain. I'm sorry, Tina. I'm thinking of sweet and spicy beef jerky. That delicious, soft. I don't like them when they're too hard, like teeth breaking. Delicious, soft, juicy, and spicy. Sweet and spicy beef jerky. I finished it quite a while back, but I still have such fond memories of it. Look at that road right in the center. We actually just came down that. There's some switchbacks a little above it. Look how steep it is. That whole thing was super steep and gravelly, tough. Now we're going up. I'm up by a gate. Looks like someone's gonna be getting work soon. A lot of wire, engineering stakes, quickcrete, lots of wire. And when I first saw these, I got excited because I thought they were water barrels. There's stuff in it. It's water in there, but probably shouldn't drink it. It's probably for concrete. In fact, check this out. Bunch of sleeping bags. And foam sleeping pad. Huh. I guess people are gonna stay out overnight. Just after all that gear, I saw a tent set up. There are several tents and there are cots and everything, and they were frying something up. But I think they're the workers that are working on this fence. And the whole way along the right, you see it's all brand new barbed wire fence. And they must use the quickcrete to, I don't know, the engineering stakes doesn't look like it, but the big ones sometimes do. So it looks like they've been doing this. Look at those views down there. Look at those clouds up there. Who'd have thought? The sunny state. Believe it or not, the clouds have been in and out for a while now, and I'm cold again. And hey, the sun's peeking through a little bit. Thank goodness, because I have been cold for quite a while. I thought the sun was behind this hill over here, and that's it. But so we're still heading down. I think I'm making really good time. It's probably about an hour and a half, well, a mile and a half, so it's probably gonna be at least 45 minutes. I get there, maybe 5:30. That's at the water source. That's supposed to be all slimy, but I'm gonna grab 2 liters, and if there are no campsites there, I'll just go on to the next, because there's a couple of road junctions after that. People are listing campsites. But other than that, should be a good day. Good long day again. And then tomorrow we have a 10-mile stretch, and then we get to Oracle. And a 0, my first 0. I can't wait. And steak. It's 5:22, and I made it to mile 194.6. And this thing is full of water. It's so nice. There's like a barbed wire fence over it, and there's just some steel fence. But they divvied it up, so half goes to, you know, whatever animals live over there, and half comes over here. The other animals. There's a blue container over there. Oddly enough, there's a tent right back there. I think I heard him listening to some movie or something. But I'm gonna get 2.5 liters of pretty opaque looking water. And I'm gonna keep going unless there's a good campsite around here. It's all dirt road, but I think there's a good campsite up ahead, so we'll keep going. Here's my tent site. Here's the trail. I walked right past it. Then I went, what's that? tiny little clearing in between the bushes in a flat spot. It's got a slight cant this way, but I think I'll be alright. It's big enough for a duplex, so it's perfect. Hello, it's the end of day 12. It was a super doozy. I actually went a little further than I had originally planned, just because there's just no campsites. Fortunately, I found one opened up, or one that was available, just big enough for my duplex. But I'm laying here now. I actually have service because I'm pretty close to Oracle, and I'm just reading messages and checking out some other YouTube videos. But this is my pillow that I've been using, and my amazing X-Therm. So all those coming, I don't know how far behind me you'll be, but I have been so cold every night. I'm wearing my puffy, and I'm gonna wear my puffy tonight because it has been cold all day this February 28th. I don't know what's going on. It was just super windy and cold. Although I did spend almost the whole day at 7,000 feet, but I think it's gonna be super cold again tonight. So be prepared for that, and bring sunscreen, even if you say you've never sunburned, because I'm burning, and I'm dark. The sun is much stronger than I had anticipated. So tomorrow, it's going to be an easier day. It's actually going to be less than 10 miles this time to the Oracle Trailhead at the northeast corner of Oracle. I'm going to actually take a zero. So I'm going to go in, stay in an Airbnb, and then take a whole day off. Amazing. And thanks, Maddie. He's a viewer that spotted me on the road. He just stopped and he goes, "Jay Wonders out." And I was like, "Do I know you?" But he gave me a beef jerky. Man, I don't know what it is, but that beef jerky was so good. I finished it within 5 miles because I was like, I'll just have some. And then I ate half of it. Then I hiked some more. Then I stopped and had half more. And then I've been thinking about it all afternoon. But thanks again. That came at a perfect time. I was really needing the sodium and the sugar and the protein too. I've been eating these Spam packets for dinner, but they only have 9 grams of protein, almost all fat and salt. So that really helped, and I think I'm going to feel better tomorrow. Well, tomorrow I'm going to have an easier day, so I'm going to film some of my morning routines, and I will talk to y'all later. You have a good night.